Hey, what's up? This is Gary Clark Jr. and you're watching Noise 11.
And we welcome along to noise11.com Gary Clark Jr. Third time in at Noise 11.
Yes, sir.
You're a regular now.
I love it. I feel at home.
Yeah, it's a great story. Last time I saw you on the big screen was at the Rolling Stones gig a couple of weeks ago. I want to hear about that experience. It must have been amazing.
It was surreal, really. I mean, my manager called me and said, "Hey, the Stones want you to come sit in." I was like, "Me, really?" But it was cool. It was inspiring. Those guys have been doing it for 50 years, and so, I took little things with me on how they operate and how they roll, and it was cool to be that up close and personal, and definitely took some notes on what to do and how to keep things moving.
Yeah.
But, to get up there and jam with those guys, I'm looking to my right and my left and looking behind me, and I'm like, those are the real dudes. It's actually happening. It was nice.
I'm surprised you weren't up there Instagramming while you were playing.
Well, I thought about it. I was up there to play guitar and sing,
Yes.
I wanted to make sure I got that together.
Because you and Mick go way back, don't you? The Barack Obama gig at the White House. Was that the first time you met him?
That was the first time I met him. Was a rehearsal for the Red, White, and Blue thing at the White House. It was pretty cool. He just came up to me and started talking about Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf and those guys, how they influenced and inspired them, and it was kind of funny to see him be so excited about that, and I'm excited that Mick's telling me about it. It was cool.
It's interesting, isn't it, that the people who inspired Mick and Keith 50 years ago were inspiring you in the last decade.
Right. Yeah, it was cool. Actually, I was talking to Keith a little bit, and he's like, "I guess we come from the same school of music, huh?" Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clifford Antone obviously had a lot to do with the original and initial career of Gary Clark Jr.?
Cliff Antone had a lot to do with it, along with Steve Wertheimer, who owns the Continental Club. But going back to Cliff, me and my friend Yves Monsey, we were just some young kids running around in Austin and hanging out at Antone's front row, wide-eyed looking at Jimmy Vaughn and Buddy Guy, Hubert Sumlin when they would come to town, James Cotton, and so he got wind that we were some young kids trying to play and really into the music, and he got us up there and introduced us to everybody that came through, and that whole community kind of took us under their wing, and it just happened, very quickly. We were up there opening for Jimmy and Buddy and all the guys that we were standing up in the front, like, oh my God, But yeah, Cliff was really great. Great guy. Miss him a lot. It's cool though.
I guess growing up in Austin must be the ultimate music education.
Yeah, it is. That's where I learned everything. Really, how to play, how to improvise. Just how to be a cool dude, stay out of the way, when it's time for me to get up and go, I'll take it. But it's got so much music and it's diverse. I mean, you can go, you're there, and you hang out on 6th Street and you can hear, punk, metal, blues, country, jazz, hip hop, reggae, like all in the same street in one night. It's all going down. So, as a kid, I didn't go to the university. I was just going in there and getting my musical education. So yeah, it's good for that.
Yeah. And then Austin declared May 3rd Gary Clark Jr. Day. Do you celebrate that every year?
No, I don't even know what to do. I was 17 when they decided to give me that sweet honor. There was not much I could do. I had school that day. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff to do. My friends gave me a hard time about it, and they'll call me up and be like, "What are you doing on your day, man?" I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's still every May 3rd or if it was just that one. I don't know. But it was a great honor, at a young age to get recognized by my hometown.
You don't have to dress up in a red suit on May 2nd and go and deliver gifts to all the children for the next day, do you?
Nothing. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm
that's
slacking.
what it's all about.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Now we've had the album out, Black and Blue.
Yeah.
Which is some really tasty stuff on here.
Tasty.
And not only your own material, but you also pay tribute to a lot of your influences on there. The Hendrix track, Third Stone from the Sun.
Right.
Yeah, it was one that always pops into your set list as well.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's a little medley, I guess. Third Stone from the Sun, and If You Love Me Like You Say.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started playing guitar, Hendrix was a big influence, and I also heard Albert Collins, the Texas blues guy, and he was doing his take on Little Johnny Taylor's "If You Love Me Like You Say." I started kind of messing around with him down in the jams down on 6th Street.
Wow.
You got you have a 4-hour gig some nights, and you got a lot of space to fill, and so we just started messing around, and that's what came out of it after years of just kind of improvising. But yeah, I just wanted to pay tribute to the guys that basically started me off playing, without trying to recreate what they did, because that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. When you do your live gig, you often open with When My Train Pulls In.
Yes.
Which is not the opening track on the album, interestingly enough, but
No.
you use it as an opening live show. Why is that?
When My Train Pulls In, it's just a way to kind of set things off, set the mood. People can kind of know what they're getting into, and we can kind of know how we're feeling. It just, we tried a lot of different things, but I don't know. To me, it's a good introduction to get into some kind of droning, E minor, heavy, kind of a blues thing. I don't know.
Well, one of the tracks that really stands out to me, both on the record and live, the title track, Black and Blue. It's just got the most amazing guitar piece in there, solo. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for that.
How does that feel for you being up there playing that? That's like the moment in the live set, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really gotten into it all the way, but it's great. I mean, it was kind of a different direction for me to go, and it feels great just kind of singing those lyrics, kind of connecting with folks and doing that whole thing. And it's not really all about the guitar, so that's what I kind of like about it, is trying to tell some sort of a story, connect with people in a way that's not just loud and in your face freaking out guitar playing.
Do you feel like there's like a Gary Clark Jr. signature song yet? Like, for instance, Numb is often in the encore.
A signature song. I would have to say, Numb kind of gets people going, but people really react to Bright Lights.
Uh-huh.
I think that was the big intro.
Which is what you often end the first set.
Right. Well, that's something people kind of singing along with, and when we start singing, "You're Gonna Know My Name," people are like really excited to sing along with it. It's that always gets things going, and that's exciting. It feels good, to be up there and have people respond to,
Have you started to write new music again? Are you back into that mode yet?
I don't think I ever get out of the writing mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the plane coming over here, and I was kind of scribbling down some stuff and singing to my phone, trying to come up with something new. We'll see what happens. I can never turn it off as much as I would like to. I was telling the folks earlier about what I do on my time off, and I sit and do nothing, but really there's always something kind of going on.
I'd be interested to hear what sort of song is inspired by a 14-hour flight, 12,000 feet in the air.
Where am I going? What time is it? What day is it?
Yeah, it'll probably be the obvious one on the next record then.
I feel crazy. No, it's just about experience and getting to travel and run around. It's definitely been inspiring. So there's a lot of things going on up here. Hopefully something good will come out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Gary Clark Jr., it's always a pleasure to have you in here at Noise 11.
Same.
Great story.
I love it.
Congratulations on 2012.
Thanks.
2013 is looking pretty damn good too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.